You are looking live at Cougar Field in Columbus, GA. We are here on a Tuesday afternoon for this doubleheader between the West Alabama Tigers and your Columbus State Lady Cougars. Thanks for joining us online at Cougar Sports TV. Pleasure to have you, everybody. Will DeBoer behind the mic. Well, these Columbus State Lady Cougars had themselves a busy weekend, going 3-2 combined over the 5-game CSU Cougar Classic. As we know, in this sport, there are no days off, and here they are just with one day off. Well, not many days off, at least just 1 day cushion between the Sunday games and this doubleheader here in between West Alabama. The Tigers come into today's game 6-5, the Lady Cougars 7-4. On paper, a fairly even matchup. And we are just about set here. The Lady Cougars in their home red uniforms with the white pants. West Alabama in the gray pinstripes with the high red socks. Very classic baseball, softball look. And leading off for West Alabama, we have Lydia North. North has started every game for West Alabama so far this season. She starts in center field today. A .424 hitter coming into the game. 5 doubles, 9 RBIs. That's an OPS in the thousands. Defee the first pitch, and we are underway from Cougar Field. Fastball misses low for ball 1. It's a chilly day here in Columbus, Georgia. Currently 41 degrees at that first pitch. About as cold as it gets around these parts this time of year. As Defee misses inside for ball 2. Defee winds up. Fastball catches the outside corner. A called strike 1. Well, Lindsay, one of 3 Lady Cougar pitchers so far on the season. And she misses the outside corner for that one for ball 3. Defee make it 4 pitchers, along with Taylor Turner, Kristen Carr, and Abby Green. Lindsay Defee, 18 2/3 innings pitched so far. 1 complete game. She is 1-2 in the win-loss column, and she missed outside again for ball 4. Lydia North draws a leadoff walk, and that puts an immediate runner on first base for West Alabama. So this brings Jordan Whidden to the plate. Whidden, a .333 hitter on the season, has started every game but 1. She starts today in the second base position and the second hole in the batting order. 1-0 the count as Defee missed inside. No score, second batter of the game. Defee having trouble finding the plate. Every pitch has been a ball except for 1, and the one you just saw. Catches the outside corner, a called strike 1. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. Fastball just outside for ball 2. Defee falls behind again. 2 balls and a strike to Jordan Whidden. North is a base runner. Fairly dangerous. 6 for 6 in stolen base attempts so far on the young season. And she'll hold up on running on that last pitch as Whidden takes outside again for ball 3. 3-1 the count. Defee on the verge of walking the first 2 batters. The 3-1 offering swung on, fouled back. Out of play to the left side into the area of Ragsdale Field, the baseball stadium here at Columbus State. Oh, can you imagine all the hijinks that go on when baseball and softball are playing games at the same time? Can you imagine if a right fielder has to catch both at once? Oh, goodness. And here's the full count offering. Ball 4 in the dirt. And that is a second consecutive walk for Lindsay Defee. And immediate trouble for the Lady Cougars. She puts 2 runners on for Scarlett Wright, the third hitter, wearing the number 3, appropriate. Wright, a .368 hitter on the year, one of the more dangerous West Alabama swingers. 2 home runs, 3 doubles, 12 RBIs, and an OPS well into the thousands. As the Lady Cougars have a conference on the mound, try and calm down their pitcher. And here comes Wright to the plate. Scarlett Wright in the scarlet helmet takes a strike on the inside corner. 0-1 the count. No score, top of the first. West Alabama threatening with 2 on and no out. Defee into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a bunt attempt goes right back to the pitcher's circle. Defee fields it, fires over to first base for the out. That's Katie White, the second baseman, covering. But a successful sacrifice bunt. North and Whidden move up. And West Alabama have runners in scoring position with 1 out. Scarlett Wright electing to use the small ball in this situation instead of freely swinging. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter Ashley Stassen, an even more dangerous hitter. .382 with 2 home runs and 14 RBIs. Now the chance for a couple more as she takes inside for ball 1. Lindsay Defee really struggling to find the plate so far today. The 6'1 senior out of Eufaula, Alabama, the transfer from Wallace State Community College. The 1-0 offering, fastball on the outside corner, a called strike 1. Count even with 1 out in the top of the first. North is on third, Whidden on second. Defee trying to get out of the danger and keep Columbus into this game. A different sort of Columbus State team than expected, as ball 2 is in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike against Stassen. Yes, Brad Huskisson electing to transition from a free swinging power bunch to small ball manufacturing club. And they manufacture those runs, but hard to manufacture when you fall behind so much so early. Defee outside once again for ball 3. And she's on the verge of walking her third batter of this inning. We'll see if Stassen takes with a 3-1 count and more dangerous hitters coming up. The 3-1 pitch, fastball, ball 4. Tried for the outside corner and missed once again, and that is the third walk of the inning for Lindsay Defee. And the catcher Meeks will come out and talk to Defee, try and settle her down. If there's a silver lining to any of this, it is that there is a force at any base. Anything on the ground should be able to get 2 outs and get the Lady Cougars out of the jam unscathed. But first they'll have to turn their attention to Treasure Rodriguez. T-Rod, the designated player for West Alabama. This is her spot. She comes up and hits. But she'll take inside for ball 1. Defee coming close on a lot of these pitches, but just missing the corners. Rodriguez, a .412 hitter on the young season, one of 3 400 hitters for West Alabama. And she'll take a fastball down the heart for a called strike 1. Count is even. North on third, Whidden on second, Stassen on first. 1 out in the top of the first inning. The Lady Cougars in a jam. The 1-1 pitch drops low and outside for ball 2. DeFee reading her signs. Takes the signals from Meeks and is ready. And the 2-1 pitch. Fastball, that's on the outside corner, a called strike 2. DeFee catches the plate that time, and now she's got 1 strike to go against Treasure Rodriguez. And the 2-2 pitch. And a ground ball over to the right side. White bobbles it. 1 run will score. She comes home with it. And the first run of the game for West Alabama comes home on the error by White. On such a cold day, you can assume it's harder for fielders to get a good mitt on the ball. And Katie White eaten up by that ground ball. North scores for the first run of the game, and it's 1-0 West Alabama. And the first pitch to Mariah Chavez is inside for ball 1. And West Alabama, with the bases loaded and 1 run home already, without the benefit of a hit. 3 walks in the error you just saw against White. Now Chavez will look to widen the gap as DeFee on the outside corner, the fastball for strike 1. And the 1-1 pitch, another fastball that just misses outside for ball 2. And so it's 2 balls and a strike. Whidden on third, Stassen on second, Rodriguez on first. 1 out in the top of the first inning. West Alabama with 1 run home already, looking to make it more. The 2-1 swung on and missed for strike 2. DeFee blows a fastball by her on the inside part of the plate, and the count is back even at 2-2. Lindsay DeFee looking for any sort of out, anything to get the Lady Cougars closer to getting out of the woods. And the 2-2 offering. Swung on, fouled back to the backstop. Meeks lost it for a second and then finds it. Chavez staying alive. She'll get 1 more crack at it. Mariah Chavez. And you see the batting averages for this West Alabama team. They keep improving as you go down in the order. Chavez, a .438 hitter this season. 3 home runs. That leads the team, and a team leading 15 RBIs. And she chips 1 foul again. Another chance, another swing at it, looking to add to her team leading totals. DeFee, meanwhile, looking to sit her down. Chavez has only struck out 3 times this season. The 2-2 pitch and a ground ball foul down the third base line. Chavez anticipating just a touch early. And Turner let it go by harmlessly. And we will do it again. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. DeFee in a stare down with Mariah Chavez. And here's the other 2-2 pitch and a ground ball foul once again. They're about the same spot. Whidden had to hurdle that one, but she'll go back to her third base bag, and Stassen will return to second. Rodriguez back to first, and we will have the 8th pitch of the at-bat. DeFee reading her signs. She is ready. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Got her with a sinker on the outside corner. And Mariah Chavez retired on strikes for only the 4th time this season. A key out for Lindsay DeFee. 2 down in the top of the first. Now Allie Diekman coming to bat. Diekman with the long red hair, flashing from underneath the bright red helmet. Seeing red for days is DeFee as she catches the outside corner on the lefty for a called strike 1. Diekman just a .222 hitter. The threat in the Tiger order has all but disappeared. Either are on base or they are in the dugout. 0-1. Here comes the pitch. Another fastball. She tried for the outside corner and missed that time for ball 1. Meeks setting up out there, trying to tempt Diekman into biting. 1-0, West Alabama leading the Lady Cougars, top of the first inning from Cougar Field. The 1-1 pitch from DeFee, another one outside. That one skips the dirt in the opposite batter's box, and it's ball 2. DeFee spending a lot of pitches in this first inning. How many more will she need to get out of it? Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Another fastball. That one is high, but on the corner for strike 2. She's been setting her up outside the hole at bat. We'll see if she comes inside with a 2-2 count. Lindsay DeFee facing Allie Diekman at the plate. And the 2-2 pitch. Fastball comes inside, but Diekman holds off, and it's ball 3. Umpire not ringing up the first baseman for West Alabama. They'll give her one more chance at it. Full count, bases loaded. The wheels will be in motion. Anything in the gap could score 3 runs. And now the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Got her with the fastball on the outside part of the plate side, retired. Well, Diekman had been going after that the whole at bat, and Lindsay DeFee sits her down by going to the same spot. In the inning for West Alabama, 1 run. It is unearned on no hits, 1 error, 3 left on. Middle of the first, the score, West Alabama 1, Columbus State coming up. You're watching Lady Cougar softball right here on Cougar Sports TV. Bottom of the first inning from Cougar Field. Again, low 40s today in Columbus, Georgia. The definition of in the bleak midwinter. Columbus State, it was a bleak top of the first inning. Could have been a lot worse, but they do allow 1 unearned run without giving up a hit. They'll look to get it back in the bottom of the first inning. Smith, White, and Faggio lead 2 up for the Lady Cougars. And first is Kia Smith, the leadoff hitter. Kia is fast as the car that bears her name. And that's why she's at the leadoff position for Brad Huskisson's squad. As the first pitch from Hall is outside for ball 1. Again, that's Allie Hall pitching for West Alabama. Hall, a 5'7" senior out of Pell City, Alabama. And she comes inside on Smith and misses again for ball 2. Smith ahead in the count, 2-0. For Hall, this is her 9th appearance of the season. 3.88 ERA as she finally gets the outside corner for a called strike 1. Smith showing bunt, brings it back. We'll wait for something more. Kia, the freshman outfielder, has played every game for Columbus State this season. 3 doubles and a triple. Quite speedy if she gets a hold of it. Fastball missed outside again for ball 3. And so we saw DeFee having trouble with the plate in the top of the first inning. Will Hall have similar troubles in the cold in the bottom of the first? Catches the outside corner for called strike 2 that time. Smith holding back. And the count is full. Kia stepping in, red and blue bow in the back of her hair. And she'll face the payoff pitch from Hall. High for ball 4. Kia Smith draws the leadoff walk. Lady Cougars, same start to the inning as the Tigers. And now Katie White comes to the plate. She'll look to make up for her error that scored the 1 run in the top of the first with a big hit right here. Katie White wearing the number 5. She's your starting second baseman. A .333 hitter. Smith takes off for second base and she slides in there safely. Kia Smith with the stolen base. 5 for her this season. It gives her the team lead, surpassing White at the plate. A new signature for Coach Huskisson. Going with the stolen bases and the small hitting. As Hall misses low and outside for ball 1. White with a chance for an RBI. Katie with 2 doubles this season, 5 RBIs. As Hall can't get it over the plate, sends it outside again, 2 balls and a strike. And she gets words of encouragement from her second baseman, Whidden. 2 balls and a strike. Columbus State down 1-0, last of the first inning. But with a runner on second, nobody out, looking to draw even. White lays down the perfect sac bunt, picks up the tag from Diekman, and it will send Smith over to third base. The perfectly executed sac bunt by Katie White. And it brings up the third hitter in the order, Mackenzie Fagioli. Fagioli, another freshman. 9 RBIs on the season, a .346 hitter, OPS in the 800s, and she'll take the first pitch from Hall outside for ball 1. Fagioli out of Lawrenceville, Georgia, the pride of Mill Creek High School, and she lays down a squeeze bunt right back to the first base, the pitcher rather. Hall will go to first base. She had no chance of getting Smith, and Kia Smith comes home on the squeeze bunt. Columbus State ties it up 1 apiece. And the manufacturing plant alive and well in the last of the first inning. The run comes home for Columbus State after the walk, a stolen base, and 2 sac bunts. And now with 2 down and the base is empty, Taylor Turner will get her chance at bat. Turner, a relic of the old style CSU ball club, a power hitter. She's got 2 home runs this season, 12 RBIs, a .379 hitter. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Hall misses low and inside for ball 2. Lady Cougars 1, Tigers 1. As strange a line score as you'll see out on that scoreboard. As the 2-1 pitch misses low again for ball 3. For West Alabama, 1-0-0. Columbus State 1-0-1. Runs, hits, and errors, of course. Now CSU on the verge of having another base runner. Turner facing a 3-1 count from Hall. Here comes the pitch. Fastball inside for ball 4. And now Taylor Turner on first base. Another one of the free swingers for Columbus State coming up. This is Kristen Carr. Carr, a 2-way star. She excels on the mound and at the plate. A K car is a nice, reliant automobile, and K car is a nice, reliable hitter. She fouls one back over to the side street. Don't think that caught the window of any cars. If it did, they win a hot dog or something. Carr, the leading hitter for CSU, 469 at the plate so far. An OPS in the 1200s. She has a home run, 11 RBIs, and 5 doubles, but now she's down in the count 0-2. Hall on the verge of getting out of the inning. Columbus State looking to tack on. Here's the 0-2 pitch in the dirt for ball 1. And the 1-2 pitch from Hall. This one again inside. Carr has to move out of the way to avoid getting glimpsed by it. And the count is back even at 2-2. Turner on first. Not much for speed. No stolen base attempts on the year. And Carr rips one. Santiago tried to come up with it, and that might have banged her in the left knee. A line drive single for Kristen Carr, strong enough to give it a hit and not an error. I agree with the official score on that one. And now Santiago is going to have to walk it off. And the coaches and the trainers come out for her, trying to make sure that Lacey Santiago is all right to go on. Santiago, 5'4" junior from Maulauki, Hawaii. Transfer from Kansas City, Kansas Community College, and she appears to be all right. So now here is Kaylee Boone coming to the plate. Boone, another one of these power hitters. She had a home run this weekend in the CSU Cougar Classic. Now she bats with 2 on and 2 out. Rips one over to third base. Chavez goes to Santiago for the force at third, and that will retire the side. But Columbus State gets even with West Alabama in the bottom of the first through manufacturing a run. For the Lady Cougars, 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on. Into the first inning, the score, Lady Cougars 1 and Tigers 1. You're watching Columbus State softball right here on Cougar Sports TV. We head to the top of the 7th inning from Cougar Field. Tigers and Lady Cougars exchanging runs in that first inning. And now the second frame, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up for West Alabama. It is Davis, Santiago, and North. First is Libby Davis, the left fielder. Davis, a .333 hitter on the season. 2 home runs and 10 RBIs. And the little one packs a punch, just 5'9", but the freshman out of Niceville, Florida, apparently has a pretty nice swing as she narrowly misses Getting nicked with the ball, takes it inside for ball one. And the 1-0 pitch, a fastball. It catches the outside corner, a called strike one. Lindsay Defee looking for a more successful first inning, or second inning, than she had in the first. 3 walks and an error led to the 1 West Alabama run. So the no-hitter still intact for Defee. And the ball skips the dirt. And the count will go to 2-1. Casey Meeks a little shaken up by that last one. Meeks a rare sight, a left-handed catcher. Now that drives some people crazy, but she appears to make it work. 2 balls and a strike to Davis. She'll step back in. Lindsay is ready into the windup. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. A fastball, let her high. And apparently too high, it dotted the eye for ball 3. Defee with the riser, and it rose just a bit too much. Now 3-1 the count. Defee on the verge of her 4th walk. Here comes the pitch. Fastball on the outside corner, a called strike 2. So Defee not done yet. She has Davis in a full count. Libby stepping in, awaiting the offering. CSU defense is ready. They take their hops, and here's the payoff pitch. A line drive right into the glove of Taylor Turner at third base. Well, Taylor reaching out saying, "Hey, Ma, look what I got." Nice green ball in the glove. And that's the first out of the inning for Defee and the Lady Cougars. West Alabama, their strongest contact on the day, just in the wrong spot. And he'll bring up the bottom of the order here. Lacey Santiago, the third baseman and 9th hitter. Santiago shaken up on a Kristen Carr line drive in the last half inning, and she takes the first pitch right down the heart of the plate for strike 1. Santiago, .281 hitter this season, 10 strikeouts. But a pretty good fielder over at third base. 12 putouts, 16 assists, and just 2 errors in the 11 games as Defee comes inside but gets the batters the strike zone. Now it's 0-2. Best count of the day for Defee. Here comes the pitch. Fastball in there, a called strike 3. Santiago frozen in more ways than one. And Lindsay Defee with her second, making her 3rd strikeout. 3rd strikeout out of 4 batters now. Defee seems to have settled down and has found her rhythm. And now she'll face the top of the order, Lindsay North, who drew the leadoff walk and scored the only run for West Alabama. North comes from West, Chico, California. Senior transfer from West Valley College as she takes off the plate for ball 1. She'll look to get a rally going for West Alabama, in danger of going down 1-2-3. Here's the 1-1 pitch and a ground ball, foul. The Tiger hitters over-anticipating on a few of Defee's pitches. We saw Chavez do that quite frequently in that 8-pitch duel in the top of the first inning. And now North, eyes got a little too wide that time, and she'll step back in to face a 1-2 count. And here's the pitch from Defee. And a chopper over to second base. White has this time underhand, tosses to first base without incident, side retired. Well, Defee working out all the kinks in her motion in the first inning, a much more successful second inning. 0 across for West Alabama, who go down in order. Middle of the second, the score, CSU 1, UWA 1. You're watching Columbus State softball right here on Cougar Sports TV. We head into the last of the second. The 7, 8, and 9 hitters coming up for Columbus State. It's Woods, DeFee, and Starr.
Leading off, the first baseman, number 7, Taylor Woods.
Oh, for Columbus State, not your typical 7th hitter, Taylor Woods. Team leader with 3 home runs. She had 2 in 1 inning on Sunday against Belmont Abbey. A grand slam and a solo shot in the top of the 7th. And she takes on the outside corner for called strike 1. Hall fighting the plate that time. Nothing in 1 the count. Here comes the pitch. And Hall off the plate well outside for ball 1. Taylor Woods, a sophomore. .316 hitter on the season. And OPS, again, well in the 1200s thanks to all those home runs. And a chopper over to second base, easily handled by Whidden. Makes a throw over to first base for the first out. And now here's DeFee, the two-way pitcher.
Number 12, Lindsay DeFee.
And a fair enough two-way pitcher. She hits .333 from the plate. Rare instance where her batting average is higher than her on-base percentage of .304. That happens, of course, when you have a lot of sacrifice hits. And with Coach Brad Huskisson moving to a manufacturing position for his team this season, you're bound to see that sort of thing. Hall skips the dirt for ball 1, and the count is back even. DeFee, the senior from Eufaula, Alabama, looking for one last stretch of glory in her time calling Cougar Field her home. Fastball misses to the outside. 2 balls and a strike. Hall warms her right hand. And the 2-1 pitch. A ground ball through the left side under the glove of Chavez and into left field for a base hit. Now, second hit of the day for Columbus State. Not quite as much mustard on that one, but just enough to render Chavez's glove ineffective and put the runner on with 1 out. For the 9th hitter, it's Callie Starr. And Starr takes high and outside for ball 1. Another freshman. She comes to Columbus from Lawrenceville, Georgia, the pride of Collins Hill High School. And she'll take on the inside corner for called strike 1. Hall using all parts of the plate, sometimes even hitting the plate. 1-1 is the count. DeFee on first base. Here's the pitch. Lindsay takes off. And the throw bounces above Chavez and into center field. A stolen base for Lindsay Defee. Moving like a truck, and she gets there. And now she's in scoring position. Starr will look to bring her around. Callie, not one of the stronger hitters on the team, .250 hitter. No extra base hits, and she fouls this one back and out of play towards the sidewalk and to the auxiliary street here behind Cougar Field. 2-2 is the count. Columbus State and West Alabama tied at 1 apiece in the last of the seventh inning. Second inning, rather. Seventh inning would be much into the future here. And here's the offering from Hall. And a ground ball over to third base. Santiago, no problems with that one. Rifles over to first for the out, and there's 2 away. And it does bring the top of the order back up for Columbus State. Here is Kia Smith, who drew the leadoff walk, stole second base, and came home on back-to-back sack bunts from White and Fagioli. Now Kia will look to swing away and bring around the go-ahead run for CSU. Here's the pitch from Hall. Fastball off the plate to the outside for ball 1. Kia Smith, the freshman from Noonan, Georgia. Yes, from Noonan, Georgia. Shows bunt, brings it back, and it still catches the inside corner for strike 1. And Smith will step back in. Hall takes the rubber. Shakes off her catcher once. Now likes the call. Here comes the pitch. And Smith chops it foul just in front of the catcher right. Kia behind in the count 1-2. Hall looking to strand Defee on second base and keep this ball game even as we go into the third inning. Smith ready with her open stance. 1 foot facing first base. And the 1-2 pitch. A fastball well off the plate and outside. 2-2 is the count. Lady Cougars manufactured a run in the bottom of the first inning, looking to get it straight up in the bottom of the second. And Smith takes inside, just missed. Hall might have thought she had it. The umpire disagrees, and the count goes to full. We'll see if Defee runs with a payoff pitch coming. And here we go. The ground ball over to second base. Whitten has it at the top of her glove. Underhand toss over to first base, and the Cy is retired. So Columbus State gets one aboard, gets her into scoring position, but cannot bring her around. In the second inning for Columbus State, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left aboard. The end of 2, the score, Lady Cougars 1, Tigers 1. You're watching Columbus State softball right here on Cougar Sports TV. And we're back to the top of the third inning. Columbus State and West Alabama even at 1 apiece. 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up for the Tigers. It's Jordan Witten, Scarlett Wright, and Ashley Stassen. Witten getting some last-second instructions from Will Atkinson, the head coach for West Alabama. Atkinson now in his 8th season with the Tigers. A native of Jackson, Tennessee. So as cold as it is, he's probably used to colder in the wintertime, being just a bit farther up north. Here comes Witten to the plate. Walked and got around to third base her last time up. Stranded there as DeFee finally found the plate, and she misses the first time for ball 1. Lindsay has retired 5 in a row and has gotten 6 potential outs if you count the error by White at second base that led to the only run of the game. And now she's behind the count, 2-0 to Witten. Jordan Witten, .333 hitter, pair of home runs and 13 RBIs. Touch of power, touch of speed. That's what you get from a number 2 hitter. As the fastball just off the plate inside for ball 3. First 3-0 count for DeFee all afternoon. So while she has walked 3, she has kept it close in the count. We'll see if Witten takes all the way on the 3-0. She does, and it catches the outside corner for called strike 1. DeFee blowing the fastball by her when she absolutely needed to, and the count goes to 3-1. Jordan steps back in, waving that bat around ever so slightly. And the 3-1 offering. A fastball, no doubt about that one, outside for ball 4. 4th walk of the game for Lindsay DeFee, and her first since the first inning. Second one for Witten. As a cool breeze trickles across Cougar Field. Again, our 41, 42 degree day, as cold as it gets in Columbus, Georgia. Feels like it's in the high 30s. Not your typical softball weather. As Witten takes off for second base, she's in there well safely. The throw from Meeks not nearly in time. That one seemed to die in the cold air. And it'll set up a runner in scoring position for Scarlett Wright. Wright, who had the sac bunt in the first inning to advance North and Witten to second and third. And she'll step up looking to swing away at the 0-1 pitch. A fastball on the outside corner for called strike 2. Meeks setting up outside. DeFee framing it just right. And she goes from 3-0, the last hitter, to 0-2 to this one. Right down to her last strike. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Another fastball, that one just off of the plate for ball 1. Well, Meeks setting up shop again on the outside. Umpire not falling for it this time. Count goes to 1-2. West Alabama looking to retake the lead. They got it in the top of the first inning on the error by White, which allowed North to score from third. And a riser goes a little too high and outside, ball 2. Wright taking a couple pitches, and she's back even with the count 2-2. Witten on first by way of the stolen base. That was her 3rd and 4 chances this year. And another one low and outside for ball 3. So DeFee well ahead in the count. Now she goes full. DeFee looking to regain control. Wright looking to bite on the payoff pitch. And to the windup, here it comes. Swung on, ripped, just foul down the third base line. That one looked fair all the way, but it trickled to the left just before it reached the bag. That would have been trouble for Columbus State. Run would have easily scored, and Wright would have ended up on second base. Instead, given new life, DeFee will face Wright, the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Here comes the payoff pitch. And a fly ball to deep right field. Going back for it is Boone, and she makes the basket catch on the right field line. Deep enough to advance Witten over to third base, so it'll count as a sac fly for Scarlett Wright. And a nice effort from Boone to track that one down. Not the easiest of catches. But it does put a runner on third base, 1 out. Anything deep with Ashley Stassen at the plate, and it could score the go-ahead run. Stassen takes inside for ball 1 on the fastball. Ashley walked and got to second base her first time up. And now here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside again, ball 2. DeFee having trouble finding that plate. She was so smooth at the end of the first and the second. Had retired 5 in a row, 3 by strikeout. This inning, a walk, a stolen base, and a long fly out to right field. Now the 2-0 pitch ripped into right center field for the base hit. That'll score Witten easily. RBI single for Ashley Stassen, and it is 2-1. West Alabama retakes the lead. And believe it or not, for the Tigers, that is their first hit of the ball game. Their base runners heretofore: walk, 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 error, and walk. Now the single breaks up the no-no for DeFee, and it puts the Tigers back on top with the dangerous Treasure Rodriguez coming to the plate. Rodriguez reached on the error by White in the top of the first inning. That allowed the run to score. And here's the first pitch, another one into right center field. This time Boone going for it, and she'll make the catch. Kaylee Boone more ready for that one that time. And she snags it. Stassen goes back to first base, and it puts 2 away for Mariah Chavez. Chavez struck out swinging. To strike out swimming, that'd be quite an impressive feat, actually. She'll look for more success this time against DeFee. Lindsay comes inside on her for ball 1. 2-1, West Alabama leads. We're in the top of the third. On first base is Ashley Stassen. She got there after the single to right center that scored Whidden for the second run of the game for the Tigers. Chavez fouls that one into the right field corner. And it brings the count back even, 1-1. We've played nearly an hour of softball from Cougar Field. And West Alabama holds the lead the same way they did as we began this game. Chavez goes fishing on a ball in the dirt, and it brings the count to 1-2. DeFee nearly out of it. Reads her wrist signals, and she'll step onto the rubber. The 1-2 offering, and a chopper back to the mound. DeFee has it easy. Throw over to first base for the outside, retired. But not before West Alabama plates another one on the walk against Whidden, the stolen base, and the single by Ashley Stassen. For the Tigers, 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. Middle of the third, the score, West Alabama 2, Columbus State 1. You're watching Lady Cougar Softball right here on Cougar Sports TV. 2-1 Tigers, last of the third inning. Coming up for the Lady Cougars, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. That's White, Fagioli, and Turner. That ought to produce something. First is Katie White. Laid down the sac bunt in the bottom of the first inning that sent Kia Smith from second to third. Smith came home one batter later on Fagioli's squeeze bunt. Now White looking to swing away and start a rally for the Lady Cougars, who find themselves down a run once again, as Hall sails the pitch low for ball one. White, the junior out of Seal, Alabama, and she'll take inside, ball two. Katie ahead in the count. We'll see if Coach Huskisson has the take sign on. Hall's offering. White shows bunt, brings it back in time to let it go for ball three. And so DeFee had trouble finding the plate in the top of the third. Hall comes out immediately with a 3-0 count to Katie White in the bottom of the third. Cold weather having a negative impact on both pitchers today. Now the 3-0 pitch down the heart of the plate for called strike one. White showing bunt, but essentially taking all the way. Now a 3-1 pitch coming from the circle. Swung on, a ground ball past a diving second baseman Witten into center field, the base hit. Now Katie White starting the rally in the bottom of the third. Perfectly placed hard ground ball, and will bring Mackenzie Fagioli to the plate.
The left fielder, number 10, Mackenzie
Fagioli
Fagioli.
had the squeeze bunt and the RBI in the bottom of the first inning. Now she'll look to produce a run through stronger means than just a bunt. But she will flash a bunt that time as it's outside for ball one. White thought about taking off for second base, went late, and got back in just under the tag. And the count 1-0. Fagioli steps back in to face Hall. Here comes the pitch. White takes off for second base that time. The throw is true. Katie White caught stealing. Applying the tag is Chavez. And West Alabama, as quickly as they give up the rally, put an end to it. And now Fagioli will bat, looking to restart the rally. She's got a 1-1 count against her. Swung on, fouled back, out of play towards the news van of Fox 54. Oh, I hope those news vans are insured for falling objects from the sky, not necessarily from clouds. That would cover them from baseballs, softballs, footballs, kids with rocks, you name it. Now the 2-2 pitch to Fagioli, popped up, very shallow right field. Doesn't even really leave the infield dirt. Going over for the catch is Whitten for the second out.
The third baseman, number 21, Taylor.
And so when Taylor Turner first stepped onto the on-deck circle, it was 1 on, no out. Now it's no on, 2 outs. And Taylor Turner, who walked and went to second base in the first inning, looked to get something going again for the Lady Cougars. And she takes on the outside corner for strike one. Hall finding herself after giving up that leadoff single. 0-1 the count. Here comes the pitch. Low and in the dirt. Ball one. West Alabama 2, Columbus State 1. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Lady Cougars had a rally started, gave it up, now looking to restart it. And a fastball just missed on the outside for ball two. Taylor Turner, the senior from Savannah, pride of Savannah Christian High School, stepping in looking to swing big. Here's the 2-1. Another fastball, this time it catches the outside corner, a called strike two. And twos across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for 2-1 at the plate with a 2-1 score. And here's the offering. And a bouncer over to short. Chavez has it. The throw over to first base in time. Side retired. And so Columbus State running themselves out of a rally. West Alabama shutting them down for the rest of the inning. For the Lady Cougars in the bottom of the third, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, none left on base. End of 3 from Cougar Field. It's West Alabama 2, Columbus State 1. You're watching Lady Cougar softball right here on Cougar Sports TV. Top of the 4th inning from Cougar Field. West Alabama, 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors so far. Lady Cougars with 1 run on 3 hits and 1 error. A rare sight on that scoreboard. And it will bring the 7, 8, and 9 hitters up for West Alabama. It's Diekman, Davis, and Santiago. First is Allie Diekman, retired, swinging on strike 3 to end the first inning. That left the bases loaded. And she golfs this one foul and out of play towards the baseball field. It lands just outside of the grounds between the bright green grass and the dead yellow grass. A tale of 2 grass cities, if you will. The best of times, the worst of times. It was the age of fertility. It was the age of desolation. 0-1 the count. Diekman, the lefty, facing DeFee's pitch, and she lines one straight into the glove of Callie Starr. Another such line out. Her left side mate Taylor Turner had a line drive off of the next batter's bat in the top of the 2nd inning. And here is Libby Davis, who ripped one in that 2nd inning, just in the wrong spot. 1 down, nobody on for West Alabama. First pitch, a fastball, just inside for ball 1. Well, DeFee has the velocity today, just hasn't always been able to put it in the right spot. Just 1 hit against and 1 earned run, but 4 walks, and that first run came in on the error. This time she does catch the outside corner, and it's 1-1. 1-1 with 1 out to number 11. Spooky, I know. And here comes the pitch. Lindsay wild again. This one outside for ball 2. Meeks has to adjust her shin guard there. She'll take her signs from the 3rd base dugout. The 2-1 pitch coming from DeFee. Inside, Davis has to bob out of the way, and she'll step back in with a 3-1 count. Davis, one of the lighter hitting Tigers, and she swings and misses at the fastball on the outside corner for strike 2. Now the count full. DeFee looking to shut her down. go for another 1-2-3 inning. Payoff pitch and a weak grounder over to second base. White charges, flips over to first base in time for the second out. Well, no troubles for Katie White over at second base that time, as she raises the two fingers in a hook 'em horns gesture to signal 2 outs. And the Lady Cougars go back to their positions for the ninth hitter, Lacey Santiago. Santiago still in the game after taking a liner off of the knee back in the first inning. Struck out her first time up, went down looking, and she looks at one inside for ball 1. West Alabama 2, Columbus State 1. We're in the top of the fourth inning from Cougar Field, the first game of a doubleheader. Second game will start at either 4:30 or 30 minutes following this one. And she takes on the outside corner for strike 1. For Columbus State, this would be their 6th and 7th games in 5 days. A busy, busy stretch for Brad Huskisson's side. As DeFee misses low for ball 2. West Alabama coming into this game 6-5 on the season. Dropped a series at home over the weekend, but won the final game to get a bit of momentum. DeFee with the fastball, missed outside again for ball 3. DeFee, another 3-ball count. Santiago digs in. Here comes the pitch. Taken, grazes the inside corner for strike 2. DeFee's done this a couple times this inning. She's gotten 3 balls against her, come back with a key second strike. Can she retire Santiago? And a bouncer back to the circle. Easy play for Lindsay DeFee, side retired. And so for DeFee, the even innings quite friendly to her. The odds not so much. West Alabama goes down in order. Middle of the fourth, the score, Tigers 2, Lady Cougars 1. You're watching Columbus State Softball right here on Cougar Sports TV. Lady Cougars down 2-1. We head into the last of the fourth inning. Carr, Boone, and Woods coming up, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for Columbus State. Kristen Carr, perhaps the most dangerous 5 hitter in the Peach Belt Conference. She'll take high and outside for ball 1. Kay Carr, a 469 hitter, singled on a rocket shot over the third base in the first inning. Nearly took Santiago out of the game. And she'll take outside again for ball 2. Carr, a 6'3" senior from Gray, Georgia. Jones County High School, where her diploma comes from. And she slices one over into right field, and they're going to go and get her. The rare 9-3 putout, a nice charge by Stassen. Carr maybe not going her strongest to first base, but she hit it strong enough that it was fairly easy for Stassen to charge and rifle over to first base. It's another potential Columbus State rally foiled by a laser of a throw. And a bouncer by Kaylee Boone over to third base. Santiago, easy play over to third base for the out. And on consecutive pitches, Allie Hall has consecutive outs. 2 down, nobody on, and it brings Taylor Woods to the plate. Woods 0 for 1 today, grounded out to second base to lead off the second inning. West Alabama leads 2-1. They'll look to take that lead again into the 5th inning. Has that fastball letter high for strike 1. Hall into the windup. And a sinker ball doesn't sink nearly enough. Well high, well outside. The count is back even at 1-1. And the pitch, Woods takes outside, ball 2. Taylor Woods, .316 hitter coming into this game. 3 home runs, 8 RBIs. And a called strike 2 on the inside corner. Quick correction to make here. Taylor Woods, in fact, did not hit 2 home runs in the same inning on Sunday. She did hit 2 home runs in a game against Clark Atlanta here last week. It was, in fact, Taylor Turner who had the 2 home runs in the inning against Belmont Abbey. Now 3-2 the count to Taylor Woods. Allie Hall looking for a 1-2-3 inning. It would be her first. And now the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Got her with a fastball on the outside part of the plate. Side retired. Well, after a first inning that took a considerable amount of time, a much, much shorter few innings capped off by a lightning quick 4th. Columbus State goes down in order. End of the 4th inning. The score, Tigers 2, Lady Cougars 1. You're watching Columbus State softball right here on Cougar Sports TV. Top of the 5th inning, the top of the order coming up for West Alabama. It is North, Whidden, and Wright. Columbus State in danger of seeing their perfect record at Cougar Field disappearing this season. They are 3-0 in games played on these grounds. Over the weekend, split the 4 games over at the South Commons Complex. But they've got 3 innings to get back into it and hold West Alabama to the 2-1 lead that they have. Now here's Lydia North. A walk, a run, and a ground out to second. That's her line score for the day. The first pitch from Lindsay DeFee catches the inside corner for strike 1. And North, and that warm neck protector, takes outside for ball 1. North Not really used to this sort of weather. Native of Chico, California. So maybe they have cold days like this, but it's a dry cold, you know. Here's the 1-1 offering. DeFee goes outside and misses again for ball 2. DeFee has been all over the place today, and it's caused her to throw 85 pitches in just a little over 4 innings. Here comes number 86. A fastball catches the inside corner, called strike 2. North composes herself, steps back in. And DeFee is ready. Here comes the pitch. In there, a called strike 3. Caught the outside corner. And Lydia North is retired by way of the K. It's the 4th strikeout for DeFee, but her first since the 2nd inning. Now here comes Jordan Whidden. Whidden led off the top of the 3rd with a walk, stole a base, and eventually came home on Ashley Stassen's RBI single. And she'll take the first fastball just inside for ball 1. Whidden came into today a .333 hitter, and by virtue of 2 walks, she is still a .333 hitter. And she slices one foul down the right field line. Just kept in bounds by the fence. And the count goes even at 1-1. DeFee taking in her signals from her wristband. Now she's ready. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Another fastball off the plate. 2-1. DeFee wild for large portions of this afternoon. She has bent, but she has not broken. Just 1 hit against, but she still stands to take the loss if nothing changes in the runs column. Another fastball, missed outside, ball 3. Whidden will step in. The pride of Dothan, Alabama, transfer from Shelton State Community College. And she'll face a 3-1 pitch from DeFee and foul it off. That one looked like it could have hit hand, but instead it caught the bottom of the barrel. One of those rare accidental foul balls. DeFee will gladly take it as it brings the count full. 1 out, nobody on. Columbus State down by 1, looking to hold West Alabama to just their 2. Here's the payoff pitch. And a slow bouncer back to the circle. DeFee easily rifles over to first base for the 2nd out. So 2 up and 2 down. DeFee has retired 7 in a row, and now she'll face Scarlett Wright. One she has retired both times, but Wright's had the last laugh with very productive outs. A sac bunt in the 1st, and a fly out that advanced the runner to 3rd base in the 3rd inning. First pitch is a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Wright stands in. DeFee takes her time deciphering the code. And she's ready with the 0-1. Low and outside, that's ball 1. Coming up on an hour and a half of softball here from Cougar Field. 3:25 Eastern Standard Time. It's still Standard Time, isn't it? Yeah, daylight time is what happens over the summer. Now a 2-1 count to Wright, the catcher for West Alabama. Rare to see a catcher hitting in the 3rd slot. But Scarlett has made it her own this season as she takes a fastball low and outside, ball 3. Defee must have a dozen really, 3-ball counts. She's pushed it to the limit very often in this game. But she finds the inside part of the plate for strike 2. Just grazed the left border of that plate. And she'll have a full count against right, going for her 8th retired batter in a row. Here's the payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4. And the streak ends with another walk. It's the 5th walk of the day for Lindsay Defee, and it puts a West Alabama runner aboard with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. Now Stassen coming to the plate. Ashley Stassen has the only RBI of the day for West Alabama. She had a run-scoring single in the top of the 3rd inning to put the team back up 2-1. As she fouls this one back to the third base dugout. Bounces into the hands of Will Atkinson, the third base coach and head coach for West Alabama. And they get it back to the pitcher. 0-1 the count. Wright, not much of a stolen base expert. She has 1 stolen base and 1 attempt this season as Meeks rifles over to first base after the throw. Chasing her back to the bag. 1-1 is the count now. And Defee is ready. So is Stassen. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Pounced on and way over anticipated by Stassen. Foul back into the net. And the count is 1-2. Defee ahead of her adversary. Now she had a streak of 7 in a row retired snap just moments ago. Can she start a new one right now? Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouled away. West Alabama 2, Columbus State 1. We're in the top of the 5th inning from Cougar Field. Will DeBoer behind the mic on Cougar Sports TV. West Alabama scored 1 in the 1st. Columbus State responded with 1 in the bottom of the 1st. And the Tigers retook the lead in the top of the 3rd inning as Defee misses low and inside for ball 2. 2 runs on 1 hit for West Alabama. 1 run on 3 hits for Columbus State with 1 error for the Lady Cougars. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Outside once again, ball 3. Defee was ahead of her man. 1-2, now she's fallen back even. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Wright will be on the move with a full count. And here's the payoff pitch. In there, a called strike 3. Got her with a fastball on the outside corner. That will retire the side. So Defee sweat a bit in the latter portion of that half inning, but she gets out of her own trouble. For West Alabama, no runs on no hits, no errors, 1 left aboard. Middle of the 5th, the score, Tigers 2, Lady Cougars 1. You're watching Columbus State softball right here on Cougar Sports TV. DeFee, Starr, and Smith due up for Columbus State as we head into the last of the fifth inning. The 8 and 9 and 1 hitters looking to get something going for the Lady Cougars, who find themselves down 2-1 with 9 outs to play with. Now Columbus State can score runs in droves. They scored 5 in one inning and 8 in one inning against Belmont Abbey on Sunday en route to a 13-1 win. So Coach Huskisson's side, small ball oriented as they may be, are quite able of achieving the big bang when they need to. Now here's Lindsay DeFee, 1 for 1 on the day as the pitcher, as she takes down the heart of the plate for strike one. Singled and stole a base in the bottom of the second inning, but went no further. Columbus State scattered 3 hits across their first 4 innings as DeFee rips one down the third base line. A diving stop by Stassen saves it from going to the wall. And Lindsay DeFee is on with a leadoff single. And that will bring our first substitute of the day onto the field as Coach Brad Huskisson heading out to confirm with his home plate umpire, likely sending a pinch runner in there for DeFee. And here she comes now. It is number 14, that's Sydney Barker. Sydney Barker, the 5'7" freshman, a speedy one from Warner Robins, Georgia, a graduate of the Westfield School. Barker looking for her first stolen base of her collegiate career as she takes DeFee's place with no outs in the bottom of the fifth, and Callie Starr at the plate. Starr showing bunt, perfect drag bunt down to third base. Santiago has it, fires over to first for the out, and Barker advances to second base. A textbook sac bunt off the bat of Callie Starr, and it puts the tying run in scoring position with 1 out in the top of the order coming up for Columbus State. Can they get the factory going again in this bottom of the fifth inning? Off to a good start. Now here's Kia Smith, 0 for 1 today. A ground out to second, but also a walk and a stolen base and a run in the bottom of the first inning. And she takes high for ball 1. Barker on first base, second base rather. She was on first base. 0-1. Smith takes low, below the knees for ball 2. Columbus State with those red and blue racing stripes on the pants, looking to flash some of that speed here in the bottom of the fifth and bring home the tying run. Here's the 2-0 from Hall. Smith showing bunt again. Instead, she'll take on the outside corner for strike 1. Smith is ready, so is Allie Hall, the pitcher. And she skips one just across the dirt and outside, ball 3. Smith stands in and ready. Barker stands at second waiting. Hall with the 3-1 offering and a bouncer down the third base line and foul. Smith a hair late that time. And the Tigers will retrieve the ball, get it back to their pitcher. Allie Hall with a full count against Kia Smith, the speedy center fielder for Columbus State. Barker on second, 1 out, last of the fifth. CSU looking to bring home that tying run. Here's the payoff pitch, comes way inside for ball 4. Smith nearly got clunked in the head that time. Instead, she'll take her free base without incident. And with 2 on and 1 out, it brings Katie White to the plate. White singled to lead off the bottom of the third inning, but was thrown out trying to steal second. Now she's looking to keep the fifth inning rally going First she'll take just low for ball one. White stands in ready with that open stance. 1-0 pitch, low and outside, ball two. Catcher Scarlett Wright coming out to talk to her pitcher. And the second baseman Whidden coming in to join in, give some words of encouragement. While Katie White talks strategy with Brad Huskisson. Now both parties are ready. White will step in with a 2-0 count. White onto the rubber. Or Hall onto the rubber, rather. And here's the pitch. Low and inside, ball three. Allie Hall starting to lose control for West Alabama. The Tigers holding lead, but for how long? And the 3-0 pitch inside, ball four. A four-pitch walk. Katie White goes to first base. It is the first four-pitch walk of the game for Allie Hall. And back-to-back free passes for the Lady Cougars. It puts Defee, pinch runner, that's Barker on third. Smith on second. White on first with one out. And the heart of the order coming up for Columbus State. First, it's Mackenzie Fagioli. RBI on a squeeze bunt and a line out to second. First, we'll have a visit from the pitching coach, Sarah Fleming. Will this be all for Hall, or will she get one more chance to prove herself and get out of this inning? She's gotten out of trouble a handful of times. The second, the third. Stranded a pair of runners on at the end of the first inning. A couple of hurlers warming up for West Alabama in the bullpen. But Fleming will elect to stay with her starter for at least one more hitter. The at-bat of the game coming up here. Mackenzie Fagioli with the bases loaded and one out. Columbus State down one, but with one swing can put themselves up by one or as much as three, as Hall misses low and outside for ball one. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Fagioli takes on the outside corner for called strike one. Mackenzie waiting for just the perfect pitch. A .346 hitter coming into today, a pair of doubles, and she'll take below the knees for ball two. 2-1 the count. Barker on third. She can walk in with anything into the outfield. Smith on second, White on first, all speedsters. Here's the 2-1 from Hall. A fastball, missing the outside corner once again, ball three. Crucial pitch coming up. Fagioli will be tempted to take and force in a run with the walk. Anything juicy, she'll have to take a cut at it. And the offering. Ground ball over to second, this could be two. Instead, they'll go over to first base for the one out, conceding the tying run. It's an out, but a productive one, and it brings home Barker for the tying run. Second RBI of the day for Mackenzie Fagioli. And we are even again. It's 2-2. And now Taylor Turner, the dangerous home run threat. She had the two home runs in the seventh inning against Belmont Abbey, a solo shot and a grand slam. And she bounces one over to third base. Santiago pounces on it. The throw over to first base in time, side retired. And so West Alabama sticking with their starter, Allie Hall. It pays off. The tying run comes home for Columbus State, but no more. For CSU in that fifth inning, one run on one hit, no errors, two left aboard. At the end of five, the score, Columbus State 2, West Alabama 2. You're watching Lady Cougar Softball right here on Cougar Sports TV. 2-2, CSU and UWA, top of the sixth inning. Lindsay DeFee back on, re-entering for her pinch runner. And now she'll face Treasure Rodriguez. Lead off the sixth inning. Rodriguez pounces on one, anticipated just a little too much, drifts it foul, out of play, straighten it up, and that one is over to the Cunningham Center. Watch your windows, folks. Rodriguez 0 for 2 today, reached on an error and flew out to right. And DeFee misses low and outside for ball one. 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up for West Alabama. Looking to retake the lead. They've held it at 1-0 and 2-1. They'll need to make it 3-2 to come out on top on this one. Now 2-1 the count as Meeks asks for a new softball. Reminder, folks, stick around. There is a second game coming up right after this one. The Lady Cougars and Tigers in this midweek doubleheader. The next time we'll be broadcasting after that one here on Cougar Sports TV. The CSU baseball team plays host to Young Harris Friday, Saturday, and Sunday afternoon. All three of those games will be broadcast right here on Cougar Sports TV. Now 2-2 the count to Treasure Rodriguez, the designated player for West Alabama. Here comes the pitch. And a soft ground ball back to the pitcher's circle. DeFee has it easy, toss over to first base for the out. How many times has she gotten that so far today? DeFee inducing the easy ground outs. And 1 up, 1 down for West Alabama in the top of the sixth. Here comes Mariah Chavez, the shortstop. 0 for 2 today. A strikeout in the first and a ground out. Tap her back to the pitcher in the third inning. Swung on and swung right through the fastball inside part of the plate for strike one. DeFee just one hit against as Chavez fouls it back. That came off of Ashley Stassen's bat back in the top of the third inning, an RBI single to bring home the second run of the day for West Alabama. But she's been hurt in other ways as well. A run-scoring error in the top of the first inning, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walks. The 0-2 pitch below the knees for ball one. Mariah steps back into the box. DeFee reads her wristband. And now she's ready. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike three. Got her with a slider in the dirt. DeFee picks up her 5th strikeout of the game. Actually make that her 6th. That was her 3rd swinging. And 2 up, 2 down. Here comes Allie Diekman looking to put an end to that pattern. 1, 2, 3 innings in the second and the fourth for Lindsay DeFee. Looking to make another clean, even inning. Just Diekman standing in her way, and she stands and looks at a fastball that's low for ball one. Columbus State 2, West Alabama 2. We're in the top of the sixth from Cougar Field. Coming up on a quarter to 4 o'clock in the afternoon on this chilly, chilly day in western GA. Check swing, and she went around for strike one. Diekman a strikeout in the first inning and a line out to short. Solid contact that found the glove of Callie Starr on a rope. That came back in the fourth inning. Now the 1-1 pitch holds up on a fastball outside for ball two. Diekman, the pride of Niceville High School. Of course, a high school that has a lot of pride in much things. Any place called Niceville. And she takes low for ball three. Another 3-ball count for Lindsay DeFee. Can she rebound from this one, or will we have a 6th walk? Now the 3-1 pitch and a tapper over to third base. Easy pickings for Taylor Turner. Side retired. And so, a tale of two kinds of innings. The odd innings, not as kind to Defee. The even innings, she is perfect. 9 up and 9 down. West Alabama goes down in order in the top of the 6th. Middle of the 6th inning, we're tied 2-2. CSU and West Alabama. You're watching Lady Cougar softball right here on Cougar Sports TV. Lady Cougars and Tigers tied 2-2, last of the 6th inning. The power plant opening up for Columbus State. It's Carr, Boone, and Woods. A tie ball game. One swing can undo the tie. And for Coach Brad Huskisson, this is the one you want up in a tie ball game. Kristen Carr taking low for ball 1. Kay Carr in this game 1 for 2. A line drive single in the 1st inning, and then a rare 9-3 putout in the 4th. Strong enough to send it into the outfield, but too strong, if there is such a thing. As she takes the pitch low from Allie Hall for ball 2, a quick 2-0 count. We'll see if Hall hangs one down the middle. No, she keeps it low and inside, keeping it away from the wheelhouse of Carr for ball 3. Carr's reputation following her all the way to West Alabama. And here's a 3-0 count. Fastball grazes the inside corner, called strike 1. Kristen, the tallest player on the team by quite a bit, 6'3", and she grounds one over into right field again. Another attempt at a put out. This time she's too quick for it. Now Kristen Carr's got good contact on the ball all day. She's got her 2nd hit to show for it. This time winning her way down to first base, beating out the throw from Stassen, which Diekman dropped anyway. And now Huskisson, Coach Huskisson, bringing out another pinch runner. Carr will take a seat, and Keely Waugh will come in to run at first base. Keely Waugh, a legacy player on the CSU roster, sister of Corey Waugh, who graduated a couple of years ago. Keely, a 6-foot freshman out of Dacula, Georgia. 1 hour short of a literary classic. And now it brings Kaylee Boone to the plate. Boone, a pair of groundouts in this game. One a force out to end the rally in the 1st, and a ground out to 3rd in the 4th inning, and she shows a sac bunt that time. Santiago, take a look at first base, and second base rather, instead went straight ahead to first. A successful sac bunt for Boone, and it sends Waugh over to second base. The go-ahead run in scoring position for the Lady Cougars, and it'll bring a pinch hitter to the plate for CSU. Taylor Woods was due up. Instead, it is Leanne Reese, the 5'6" freshman from Evans, Georgia. And so Reese coming up to the plate. Not many plate appearances, but a strong average in her few of them. A .444 batting average over 9 at-bats. First pitch from Hall, a fastball catching the outside corner, called strike one. One of Leanne's 4 hits, a home run. She has 2 RBIs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Doesn't need to crush it, just needs to send it far enough to advance Waugh past third and to the plate. Allie Hall missed outside again for ball 1. Even count last of the 6th. Leanne Reese looking to play the hero. And the 1-1 offering. Curveball in the dirt, ball 2. As the sun's starting to peek through the clouds here at Cougar Field, will Columbus State's offense shine accordingly? And a soft ground ball over to first base. The flip over to Whidden, who comes over to cover. And so another productive out for Columbus State. Reese advances Waugh over to third base. But there is only so much that you can do with productive outs. Eventually you need something that's not an out. We'll see if Lindsay DeFee can provide it with Waugh on third and 2 down. Lady Cougars looking for the breakthrough. They have not led throughout this game. Fell behind 1-0 and 2-1. Fought back each time. Now they're in prime position to take their first lead. Scarlett Wright, sensing the momentum shift, comes out and talks with her pitcher. Hall takes the word of advice. And DeFee steps back in. Lindsay 2 for 2 today. A pair of singles, a stolen base, and the tying run back in the 5th inning. Here's the 1-0. Another fastball high and outside. Missed badly for ball 2. 2-0 is the count. Another pinch hitter standing on deck for Columbus State. That'd be Rachel Rhodes, who would come up if she gets her chance. That time a fastball grazes the outside corner for called strike 1. Columbus State's got the wheels churning. Can they get it just one more rotation around and get that third run home? Swung on, fouled back. DeFee just nicking a piece of it. It brings the count even at 2-2. A single by Carr, a sac bunt by Boone, and a ground out by Reese. That puts the lead runner on third base with 2 outs. They can't do it again. They need a clean single or better to bring Keely Waugh home. Can Lindsay DeFee provide it? She'll take some time to think it over, psych herself up. DeFee stands to be the winning pitcher if she can drive in the run here. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And a fly ball. This one will be foul down the right field line. Split second late on the ball is DeFee. Waugh heads back to third base and will do it again. CSU 2, UWA 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch. Low and outside, ball 3. A full count coming, the biggest pitch of the day thus far. Lindsay DeFee staring down Allie Hall. Who will come out on top? Here's the payoff pitch. Missed outside, ball 4. Lindsay DeFee fighting back, drawing the big 2-out walk, and it puts 2 runners on with 2 out. For a pinch hitter. Callie Starr will take a seat, and to the plate will come Rachel Rhodes. Rhodes 17 at bats so far this season, 3 hits including 1 double. That's a batting average of 176. Wearing a brace on her right leg to stabilize that knee. And she comes up in her most crucial situation of the season. Wall on third, DeFee on first, 2 outs. Hall's first pitch outside, ball 1. Hall's got to be tiring. She's thrown 103 pitches in just under 6 innings. Now here's the 1-0. Another fastball coming inside that time, ball 2. Going outside, going inside, going all around. Everywhere but the middle. DeFee has a stolen base from the second inning. Can she pick up another one? Or will she just hang out, not try to force anything? Another one low, ball 3. Hall in real trouble now. She walks Rhodes, it loads the bases and brings the top of the order to the plate for CSU. Kia Smith standing on deck. A 3-0 count. Rhodes ready, and she takes on the inside corner for strike 1. Rachel taking all the way, as most batters do, with a 3-0 count. Now she'll face the 3-1 from Allie Hall. Does Hall have one last gasp of air in her? And a soft ground ball foul, this one heading toward the third base line. Deflected by at least half a dozen Lady Cougar bats. Rally bats. Many of them holding them upside down, swinging them in the air. Trying to inspire Rachel Rhodes to some late inning heroics. A full count to Rachel Rhodes. 2 on, 2 out. Score tied 2 apiece. Here's the payoff pitch. And she just gets a piece of it. Rachel Rhodes staying alive and will do it again. Waugh is on third. DeFee is on first. 2 outs. Last of the 6th. CSU and West Alabama tied 2-2. Rachel Rhodes looking for the breakthrough. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And that bounces in the dirt before it even gets to the batter's box. As easy a call as that umpire will ever have. It's a second straight walk. Rachel Rhodes draws the clutch walk. It sends DeFee up to second. Waugh stays on third base. And now Kia Smith. All threes, she'll bat with 3 runners on. Kia 0 for 1 today, a ground out and a pair of walks. She had the first run of the day in the first inning. 3 on, 2 out. Nowhere to put her if she has to walk her. And it's a wild pitch going to the backstop. Waugh coming for home, and it took a strong bounce. Straight back to the catcher. And Waugh is down. Well out. She took very, very hard contact on that tag. And Keely Waugh is down. Barely moving. Trainers come out and take a look at her. Just looks a bit dazed. In any case, that will be the last out of the inning. We'll step away for the moment as they attend to Keely Waugh for Columbus State. No runs on 1 hit. No errors, 2 left aboard. End of the 6th, we're still tied 2-2. You're watching Columbus State softball right here on Cougar Sports TV. We head to the top of the 7th. West Alabama narrowly escaping with the tie game still intact. CSU had the bases loaded. Kia Smith at the plate. A pitch that got past the catcher right. Took a perfect bounce off of the brick backstop. Right back to her. And Keely Waugh, who had broken for the plate, head down, hustling all the way. Tries to slide and is pegged with the tag. Arched her back. Appeared to have an ankle injury, but she got up and walked off under her own power without a noticeable limp. And so we will see if she is all right for the second game. I would expect her day is done. Anyway, back to the action at hand. Davis, Santiago, and North, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the Tigers. First is Libby Davis, 0 for 2 today. And she takes the first pitch inside for ball 1 from Lindsay DeFee, still on the mound. Just 1 hit against, 1 earned run, 1 unearned run. As we are well into the second hour of this game, 4:06. Current time in Columbus, Georgia, as DeFee catches the outside corner for called strike 1. Lindsay reading her signals. And now she's ready. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball below the knees for ball 2. Two balls and a strike. Now this is the odd innings now. West Alabama's found most of their success and all of their base runners in the odd innings as Davis rips a foul ball into the screen on the right side. Not for that screen, spectator in a brown coat would have been taken out and given a large welt on his head. Now the 2-2 pitch. And a fly ball into shallow left field. Charging on to make the catches, Fagioli, 1 away. And West Alabama has not left the infield very often in these games. Just a single by Stassen in the top of the 3rd. Got into the outfield, and then that fly ball you just saw by Davis. Now the 9th hitter, it's Lacey Santiago, 3rd baseman. She was the first injury scare of this game. Took a line shot from Kristen Carr off the right knee in the bottom of the 1st inning, and she takes the first pitch, the low part of the strike zone for strike 1. Santiago looking strikeout in the 2nd inning and a tapper back to the circle in the 4th. Fastball missed outside, ball 1. 1-1 the count with 1 out to number 1. We've had quite a few of those aligned numbers today, haven't we? We'll see if Santiago's stars align for her in this top of the 7th inning. And she takes one outside for ball 2. That one just sailing outside of the zone. Meeks setting up outside and had to reach back inside for it. Now 2 balls and a strike to Lacey Santiago. Here comes the 2-1. Another fly ball. This one more of a liner. Basket Willie Mays style catch by Fagioli. Barely had to move that time. And she takes it in the gut. Easy catch. 2 up and 2 down for West Alabama. Now the top of the order coming up, Lydia North. If CSU can hold the line in this top of the 7th, Smith, White, and Fagioli coming up with chances for heroics in the bottom of the 7th. Again, just 7-inning games here in softball. CSU will have the last at-bat, no matter the outcome here. 1-0 is the count to Lydia North. 0 for 2 today. A strikeout, a groundout, a walk, and a run. And she takes outside for ball 2. Quick 2-0 count for Lydia North. West Alabama tied with CSU 2-2. The Tigers had leads of 1-0 and 2-1 earlier in this game. Columbus State fighting back for the tying runs soon after. Now the 2-0 pitch, another one outside for ball 3. Defee coming off of the plate against Lydia North. And West Alabama scored their first run of the game, starting with a walk to North to lead off the ball game. Can she get another rally started here? 3-0 pitch, that one catches the inside corner, called strike 1. Lindsay's ready. Now the 3-1. On the outside corner, called strike 2. Now Defee fighting back from 3-0 to bring it back even. Key payoff pitch coming here. North will have to swing at anything close. And here is the 3-2 offering. In there, a called strike 3. Got her with a fastball on the outside corner. North took off for first base. Thought it sailed outside the zone. Instead, she is retired on strikes. Lindsay Defee has gotten it together in, what do you know, an odd-numbered inning. West Alabama goes down in order. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row retired by Defee. And now Columbus State with a chance to walk off in the bottom of the 7th. CSU 2, UWA 2. You're watching Columbus State softball right here on Cougar Sports TV. We head into the last of the 7th inning, the top of the order coming up for Columbus State. It's Kia Smith, Katie White, and Mackenzie Fagioli. Looking to walk it off at Cougar Field in the opening gambit of this doubleheader. CSU has fought back from a pair of one-run deficits. Now they're looking to take the lead for their first and only time in this game. Here is Kia Smith to lead off. Hall with the pitch, fastball, missed high, ball 1. Smith was at bat in the bottom of the 6th inning when Hall sailed one past Scarlett Wright, the catcher, and Keely Wall was tagged out at the plate to end that rally. 1-0 pitch, Smith taking inside, dodging one from her right arm, and it's ball 2. Columbus State 7-4. Coming into today's game. One swing can make them 8-4. In this, their 6th game in the past 5 days. They will have played 7 by the time this day has ended. And now it's a quick 3-0 count. Hall's been losing control as the innings have gotten later. Smith likely taking on this 3-0 pitch. And here's the delivery. She does, and this one catches the inside corner for called strike 1. Lady Cougars looking for some heroics. Smith, outside corner. This one catches. Smith tossed her bat away, and she'll have to stroll back and pick it up off the ground. From 3-0 to 3-2. Allie Hall was on the verge of walking the leadoff man. She's still on the verge. but one good pitch can get her out of the trouble. The 3-2 offering and a bouncer over to shortstop. Chavez has it. The quick throw over to first base in time to get the Speedy Smith one away. And here comes Katie White. White, a single. She was caught stealing in the third inning. A sac bunt and a walk also in this game. First pitch on the inside corner for strike one. White also committed the error back in the top of the first inning that brought home West Alabama's only run of that frame. Slow one outside for ball one. Now, granted, a run would have scored anyway, even if she had gotten the runner out at first base, as the bases were loaded and the runner had broken too far to the plate already. White bounces another one over to third base. Santiago, easy throw over to third base. 2 up and 2 down. Now it's up to Fagioli. Last chance for CSU in the bottom of the 7th. Then we'll head to extras. Fagioli has the 2 RBIs on the day for CSU. One on a squeeze bunt in the bottom of the first, one on an RBI ground out in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the first pitch. Fastball, just missing inside, ball one. Columbus State 2, West Alabama 2. One swing can end it all. 1-0 pitch, low and outside, ball two. Turner standing on deck, Carr right behind her, both long ball threats. Here's the 2-0 from Hall. And a bouncer over to shortstop. Chavez has it. Easy throw over to first base, side retired. We are going to extras. CSU goes down in order in the 7th inning, and it's time for some free softball. Going into the 8th, the score, Lady Cougars 2, Tigers 2. You're watching Columbus State softball right here on Cougar Sports TV. We head to extras at Cougar Field. Columbus State 2 runs on 5 hits and 1 error through the regulation 7 innings. West Alabama 2 runs on just 1 hit, a single by Ashley Stassen in the 3rd inning, and no errors for the Tigers. We are in the top of the 8th inning now. International tiebreak rules are not in effect. That only comes into play in tournament action, since this is just a regular softball game. West Alabama will not bat with the runner already on second. Whidden, Wright, and Stassen, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, due up for West Alabama in the top of the 8th. And Lindsay DeFee on again to go into extra innings. DeFee delivers a fastball in there for strike one to Jordan Whidden. Whidden, a pair of walks, a run in the 3rd inning, and a stolen base, and a bouncer back to the pitcher. Here's the 1-0. Low for ball one. That one skips the dirt, and it brings the count back even. Whitten, the senior from Dothan, Alabama, looking to be a hero for West Alabama today, and she lines one over into right field. Boone had to readjust on it, but she reaches up and grabs it for out number 1.
The catcher, number 3, Scarlett Wright.
So Boone has made a couple of plays like that today. And now it brings Scarlett Wright, the catcher, to the plate. Wright involved in that collision with Keely Waugh in the 6th inning. Took that perfect bounce off the backstop, delivered the awkward tag, and shook up Waugh. Now she'll bat with a 1-0 count against DeFee with 1 out in the top of the 8th. 2-2, West Alabama and Columbus State on a Tuesday afternoon in Columbus. Fastball catches the inside corner, called strike. Now it's 1-1. Scarlett stands in and ready. Scarlet helmet glowing in the sun, which has peeked out just slightly from the clouds here at Cougar Field, as DeFee off the plate outside for ball 2. Now 2-1. DeFee sets back in. Here comes the pitch. Fastball high, but on the inside corner for called strike 2. Ball and a strike, ball and a strike. DeFee looking to break the pattern with a strike right here, and she doesn't. It's ball 3, high and outside. Stassen on deck. She has the only hit of the game for West Alabama. Payoff pitch coming from DeFee. Pounced on and fouled down the third base line. Scarlett Wright getting a bit antsy. And we'll do it again with the 7th pitch of the at-bat. 7th of the at-bat. And the 148th pitch coming up for Lindsay DeFee. And the offering. Just missed outside, ball 4. Lindsay had gotten that call a few other times earlier in this game. Not this time, and it puts the go-ahead run on base with 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. Now it's Ashley Stassen. Stassen, another California import from Menifee, California this time, by way of Middle Tennessee State. And she takes on the inside part of the plate for strike 1. Stassen, long ball potential. 2 home runs and 3 doubles, a slugging percentage at .647 coming into today's game. She can rip one. 0-1 the count. Here comes the pitch from DeFee. Fastball off the plate, ball 1. Scarlett Wright on first base. West Alabama electing to stick with her. Coach Atkinson not using any sort of substitutions. Just a straight up lineup staying the same. As Meeks gets one in foul territory, quick reflexes. And she got it before it went into regular play. Now it's 1-2. Right on first, 1 out, top of the 8th inning. Here is the pitch. Check swing, and she went around, called for strike 3. Ashley Stassen couldn't hold up on a ball outside, and Will Atkinson is going to come over and argue with the home plate umpire. And he can say all he wants. The umpire's not going to change his mind. Swinging strikeout for Ashley Stassen. That is the 8th strikeout of the game for Lindsay DeFee, and what an effort for Lindsay. Just one earned run against in almost 8 innings now, 1 hit. And now Treasure Rodriguez takes outside for ball 1. Now due up for Columbus State in the bottom of the 8th. Turner, Carr, and Boone, all of them have home run potential. Rodriguez at the plate now. And Treasure takes a fastball on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Two to two, top of the 8th. We're approaching the 2.5-hour mark of this first game of our doubleheader today. The 1-1 pitch outside for ball 2. Stick around half an hour after this game ends. We will begin the second game of the doubleheader. Go away, have a snack, take a quick nap, listen to Uptown Funk 6 or 7 times, then come back and get ready for more exciting softball action. 2-1 pitch outside for ball 3. DeFee not getting the calls on the corner like she had earlier in the game. And it brings the count to 3-1. Wright crouching over first base. She takes off. And a bouncer over to second base. The flip is to the shortstop Star, who is standing on the bag. And there is the 3rd out. Speedy move by Katie White at second base to get a hold of that one. And West Alabama goes down empty-handed in the top of the 8th. No runs on no hits, no errors, 1 left aboard. Middle of the 8th, the score, Columbus State 2, West Alabama 2. You're watching Lady Cougar Softball right here on Cougar Sports TV. Turner, Carr, and Boone due up for Columbus State. Last of the 8th inning. 1 swing can end it, and each of them have that 1 swing potential. First is Taylor Turner looking to follow up her big game against Belmont Abbey. 2 home runs in the 7th inning. She'll settle for just 1 in the 8th against West Alabama. 2-2. Hall still on the mound. She started the game there, and she will look to finish it. Taking low for ball 1 is Turner. Taylor 0 for 2 today, a pair of groundouts, and she walked in the 1st inning. Columbus State looking for their 8th win of the season in 12 tries. Turner takes low for ball 2. Good hitters count coming up for Taylor Turner. Will she get a good one? Third base dugout of the Lady Cougars egging her on. Rowing the boat. Can Turner sail it away? Bounces 1 foul. 2 balls and a strike. spectacular pitching efforts on both sides today. Allie Hall coming up on her 127th pitch. Just 2 runs against. Lindsay DeFee of Columbus State, 2 runs against, 1 earned, and just 1 hit. Here's a 2-1, a fly ball into right center field. Could this go? It's caught. No, it is caught. Stassen comes back for it. That one's not even at the warning track. Eyes deceiving me here late in this ball game. So Taylor Turner got something on it, but not enough. And it'll bring Kristen Carr to the plate. Now Carr got everything on a ball on Friday in this building against Belmont Abbey. Sent one beyond the black fence, beyond the padded left field fence that you see out there. She sent it out of the stadium, as it will be. Now it's 0-1, 1 out. Bottom of the 8th inning, Kay Carr facing Allie Hall. Here's the pitch. Skips the dirt, ball 1. Another easy call for the umpire. 1-1 the count, 2 ones. That's 11. Can Carr walk off right here? Bounces one over to third base. Santiago takes on 1 hop, throws over to third base for the out. And Carr got some good wood on it, but right in the right spot.
The right fielder, number 37, Kaylee Boone.
Kaylee Boone stepping up. Boone 0 for 2. A sac bunt back in the 6th inning. Kaylee 1 home run this season. Swung on, blooped into right field. Stassen readjusts on it, makes the catch, side retired. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Lady Cougars. We have played 8 from Cougar Field, and it's still 2-2. CSU and UWA. You're watching Columbus State softball right here on Cougar Sports TV. Top 9 from Cougar Field. The 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up for West Alabama. But first, a pinch hitter. This is Mariah Chavez's slot, and Devin Hines is coming up to hit. Hines, a 5'5 sophomore, another one out of Niceville, Florida. High school teammate of Audrey Diekman. Hines, a .375 hitter on the season. She also has long ball potential, 1 home run and 3 RBIs. Here's the first pitch from DeFee. A fastball letter high for strike 1. Lindsay DeFee still going strong. 158 pitches heretofore. And here comes the 0-1. Fastball outside, ball 1. Columbus State 2 and West Alabama 2. A marathon of a Tuesday afternoon from Cougar Field. I've got one more right after this. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And a ground ball over to shortstop. Starr has it to throw over to first base in time. 1 away. Just your routine ground ball. No trouble for Callie Starr. And it brings Audrey Diekman to the plate. Diekman 0 for 3 today. A strikeout, a line out, and a ground out. All will be forgiven with a single here, though. And the first pitch, fastball on the outside corner, a called strike 1. No one won the count. Defee getting her signals from the dugout. She is ready. CSU infield takes its hop as Defee misses outside for ball 2. Ball 1, rather. Second pitch. Now it's 1-1. Defee readies herself in the circle. And the delivery. Another fastball, well off the plate for ball 2. Meeks setting up out there, a little too far outside than she wanted. 2 balls and a strike to Audrey Diekman. And the pitch. Fastball well inside for ball 3. Diekman had to hop out of the way of that one. Now Defee hasn't walked anybody since she walked someone in the last inning. Under control for the most part since that first inning. The occasional walk popping up. And that one's a fastball on the high outside corner for strike 2. How many payoff pitches has she had to deliver in this game? Quite a few. And she'll take one more against Diekman. And here comes the 3-2. In there, a called strike 3. Got her on the outside corner, same spot as the last pitch. Another strikeout for Lindsay Defee. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strikeouts. She has struck out Tiger batters 9 times. And she'll go for a 10th against Libby Davis. Davis not a strikeout victim in this game. A line out, a ground out, and a fly out. Defee with the off ring, chop foul. Ends up on the on-deck circle for Lacey Santiago to toss over to the CSU fielders. Nothing and 1 the count. Davis digs in. Defees the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Now it's 1-1. Defee warms her hand. We've played a lot of softball here already today. Over 2 hours and 30 minutes. With one more game to go after this one. And the 1-1. A bouncer back to the circle. Defee has it. The underhand toss. The easy out. Lindsay Defee on lockdown mode. Just 1 hit through 9 innings. The Tigers go down in order. Middle of the 9th, the score still Columbus State 2, West Alabama 2. Bottom of the order coming up for CSU, looking to get something, anything going to walk off. You're watching Columbus State softball right here on Cougar Sports TV. Bottom of the ninth for the Lady Cougars, setting up Woods, DeFee, and Starr, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Looking for just that one swing.
Leading off, the first baseman, number 7.
Manufactured,
Taylor Wood.
powered, or anything in between, Coach Huskisson and his side will take it. And first it's Taylor Woods, 0 for 3 today, a pair of groundouts and a strikeout. Taylor, one of the power threats on this team, 2 home runs, 12 RBIs, and also 8 walks. She gets on base a fair share of times. Slices one foul down the left field line. 0-1 the count. Also significant for Taylor Woods, that strikeout back in the 4th inning was her first strikeout all season. I'm sure she'll take anything but a strikeout in this situation. You make contact with the ball, good things can happen. Woods looking for that contact right now. Allie Hall still in the circle. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball, chest high, ball 2. And now it's 2-1. Woods stepping in. The offering. And a ground ball underneath the glove of Whidden. This one's going to the wall. Taylor Woods, a leadoff double for Columbus State. The first extra base hit of the game for either side. And it puts the winning run in scoring position with nobody out. Now Coach Huskisson will make a sub. Assumedly a pinch runner. And yes, here she comes. Pinch running for Columbus State, that's Jessica Seegers. Seegers, a 5'8" freshman out of LaGrange, Georgia. She is the pinch runner for Taylor Woods at second base after that leadoff double to the gap in right center. With Seegers' speed, anything in the outfield should bring her home. And now it's Lindsay DeFee, the hero on the mound today. Currently working on a 9-inning one-hitter. One swing can give herself the win in more ways than one. And she takes a fastball that catches the outside corner for strike 1. Columbus State 2, West Alabama 2, but Columbus State with their greatest threat to score since the 6th inning when they left them loaded. Fastball missed outside, ball 1. Allie Hall has to be tiring, approaching 140 pitches on the day. This will be 138 from her right arm right here. And that one skips the dirt for ball 2. DeFee holding up the stop sign for Seegers over at second base. Communication key in this situation. You don't want to run yourself out of a win. Now it's 2 balls and a strike to DeFee. 2 for 2 today with a run, 2 singles and a walk. Ball 3, Hall losing control. Facing her adversary from the circle, DeFee. And here's a 3-1 offering. Outside, ball 4, an easy walk for Lindsay DeFee, and that puts 2 aboard with nobody out. Here comes Callie Starr. Starr looking to be the hero, the 9th batter shortstop for Columbus State. A ground out, a sac bunt, and a walk so far today. Can she come through in the bottom of the 9th? Here's the first pitch. Skips the dirt. This one's to the backstop. This time the runners move up. No favorable bounce. And now the winning run on third base after the wild pitch. Jessica Seegers, the winning run 60 feet from home. 1-0 pitch and a ground ball over to short. They're going to come home with it, and they got her. Seegers hesitated on the ground ball, coming home, and she is tagged out. The throw from Chavez to right, and Columbus State runs himself out of a win for now. Starr goes to first base on the fielder's choice. And now Lindsay DeFee represents the winning run on second base. So virtually no change from what the last at bat started as. And a strike comes on the inside part of the plate for Kia Smith. 0-1 the count to Kia. Smith a pair of walks on the day on a stolen base and a run back in the first. Can she play the hero for Columbus State in the ninth? Ground ball over to third base, stepping on the bag is Santiago. That's the only out she'll get. DeFee is out, and all of a sudden it's 2 down for CSU. Starr represents the winning run, and Katie White, the potential to be the hero. Columbus State had 2 on with nobody out. They had second and third with nobody out. Seegers was thrown out at home trying to score. That was the first out of the inning, and you just saw Kia Smith grounded to the fielder's choice. Now it's Katie White. 1 for 2 today. A single, a ground out, a walk, and a sac bunt. Not necessarily in that order. Starr on second. And a ground ball over to first base. Diekman snags it, steps on the bag, side retired. And so the best chance for CSU comes up short once again. We head into the 10th inning from Cougar Field. CSU 2, UWA 2. You're watching Lady Cougar Softball right here on Cougar Sports TV. Lady Cougars and Tigers tied 2-2 as we reach double digits in the innings column. The top of the 10th inning coming up. And a defensive change at first base for Columbus State. Sammy Anderson, number 27, taking the place of Taylor Woods. And so Santiago, North, and Whidden, the 9-1 and 2 hitters coming up for the Tigers. And they will face Lindsay DeFee, still going. 1 hit through 9 innings, and she'll try for 10 innings. And why not? Here comes Lacey Santiago, 0 for 3 today. A looking strikeout, a bouncer back to the circle, and a fly out to left. DeFee's first pitch. In fact, the runner on second that you see is Libby Davis. Since we are in the 10th inning, we advance to international tiebreaker rules, which puts the last hitter from the previous inning on second base. And Santiago tries to bunt her over to third base, pushes it foul down the third base line. The count goes to 1-1. Increases the likelihood of a run scored and keeps us from being here all night, potentially. So that's Davis on second base, starting off the inning. Santiago, and the ball bounces off the glove of Meeks, off the mask of the umpire, and a pass ball will send Davis all the way over to third base. West Alabama with a runner on third. They hadn't advanced anybody past second since the third inning. But now the go-ahead run for the Tigers 60 feet away with nobody out. The 2-1 pitch, a fastball coming inside and missed for ball 3. That one almost hit Santiago. Three and 1 the count. A runner on third and nobody out for West Alabama in the top of the 10th. Game 1 of this Tuesday doubleheader. And a bouncer. This will score the run. White gobbled up by it. Can't handle. Santiago is safe. The run comes home. And Santiago is on first base. Second error of the day for Katie White. Santiago picks up the RBI on that one. Runner would have scored anyway. And now West Alabama with their first lead since they were up 2-1 in the 5th. Santiago going for the steal. The ball bounces out of Starr's glove, and Santiago will take off for third. She'll slide in safely. Lacey Santiago, the stolen base. She goes to third on the dropped catch by Callie Starr. And all of a sudden, CSU down and falling out of it. Now they'll have themselves a meeting on the mound to try and reconfigure, rally each other. One run home already, another one 60 feet away. And the top of the order up for West Alabama. This is Lydia North. North 0 for 3 today, but she does have the opening run. Came in on a walk. 1-0 is the count to her. Lindsay DeFee started this game. 175 pitches later, she is still on. A tragedy if she were to lose this one. But entirely possible now. Strike on the inside part of the plate. 1-1. DeFee is ready. Into the windup. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Fastball missed inside for ball 2. Coming up on the 3-hour mark here in Columbus, Georgia. Only 4:53 Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to all those watching from the Central Time Zone, where it is slightly earlier. DeFee missed outside for ball 3. Lindsay's been going strong for most of the latter portions of this game. Does she still have something left in the tank? 3-1 pitch inside, ball 4.